on? It's Jimmy Friday. I hope y'all doing all right. I'm doing good, so I'm going to dig into this word. So, thank y'all for listening. This week, I'm going over love, keep no record of wrongs. Man, so let's get in it. Love, keep no record of wrongs. The thought of this goes against the teachings I received as a kid. I can forgive, but I just can't forget. And this is a hard pill to swallow, to not keep a record of, wrongs, when somebody done had a history of doing you wrong and doing others wrong. That's their behavior pattern. So, it's kind of hard to, not keep a record of it. Especially like when it's family or friends, that's close to you, like now people you don't know, that you're not obligated to be around, you can just blow some of them off. But when it's like your bloodline and, somebody that is close to you, that you would consider family, like, how could you not keep a record of it, like especially when they come around, the event is going to play back in your mind, of what they did to you or what they did to others, so it make you keep your guard up around them. You know what I mean? So, Christ, his disciples asked him one time, like, how many times should I forgive my neighbor? Up to 7 times. And Christ told him, 70 times 7, and that's like, pretty much not keeping no record of wrong, because, as a human, we can get offended one time, and then it's hard for us to even be around a person at all, so to forgive 70 times 7, that takes so much love. You have to have so much love in your heart to do that, because just, remember the saying coming up, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Or if it slithers like a snake and it changes skin like a snake, then it's a snake. Meaning when it changed skin, it's like 1 minute they cool with you, and they talking to you, laughing with you. And then on another note, they with somebody else, dogging you out, talking about, your family or, something that you got going on in life, So if it changed skin like a snake, then it's a snake, but love keep no record of wrong, though. You feel what I'm saying? So that's, like I said, that's a hard pill to swallow, so to forgive 70 times 7, it takes a lot of work, but maybe if, looking at it from a point of view of how much your Creator has forgiven you of things you've done wrong could help, it could help, so reading, Luke 7:47, he say, but those who have been forgiven much will love much, but those who have been forgiven little can only love so much, meaning like, if you really look at how much you've been forgiven, your love will expand. But if you don't even think about how much you've been forgiven, you only gonna do what, what's in the human nature, instead of walking in the spirit, so, those who've been forgiven much is gonna love much. You know what I mean? So this scripture, it puts me in the mindset of, if I count all my wrongs, or at least try to, then it'll show me how much I've been forgiven. So, it'll help me expand my horizons on forgiving others, but that's just how my spirit goes. So I'm gonna kind of get into something, like I dealt with, here recently. I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but I'm gonna just unfold a little bit of it. Like, I had found out recently, like a family member that, I love so dearly, was was misleading me, and I was being naive, to it, and I let it go on for over decades, you know what I mean? So that wound, it cuts real deep to the soul, it's like, so, how could I not keep a record of this matter, when it was a repetitive thing that was happening to me, you know what I'm saying? So, but I do understand that, over time, wounds will heal if you allow them to heal properly and not try to, fill the empty void, or numb the pain with something, because once that numbness go away, the pain is going to be there as soon as the wound is irritated again. So it take me back to them lessons as a kid, like I can forgive, but I just can't forget because now I'm timid to be around you because of the hurt, but that's over time, wounds will heal. So I think about, in Mark 7, 7 verse 8, Christ told them, you have let go of the commands of the Creator and you are holding on to human traditions. And so these worldly traditions, they got our hands tied, because we steady hanging on to them, like a lot of things that's been passed down to us, it was given to people that was probably hurt. And so the way they dealt with it is how they gave it to us, thinking that was the proper way. And, maybe they never had been, they never healed correctly. So, them thinking, I'll show them this way is the right way, but they done misled us too. So now all we doing is passing around hurt for hurt, and nobody's really healing. You know what I mean? So, I heard them say forgiveness is more so for you than the person that done you wrong. Because if you hang on to it, it can rob you of your peace in the future, and like 20 years from now, you won't have to, you could live free and not worry about every time you see this person or hear about them, the scab on the wound won't get ripped off, so now you're just dealing with the hurt over and over again because you never truly forgiven them and let it go and just moved on, because you keep replaying the hurt over and over. Love keep no record of wrongs. So healing properly could be the antidote for us, we got to break these traditional ways that's been passed down to us. Because like I said, that person, could have passed something down to us, thinking that's how it's supposed to go. But really it's not helping us. It's just hindering us. It's just numbing the pain, but it's time to step up and be a game changer. Let's reverse these traditional ways, and think about true, good, genuine ways to heal properly so we can help the youth that's coming up in the world today. Because as you can see around the world, it's not really more of adults that's hurting people. It's more of the youth, that's really out here doing a lot of damage to the community, and all of that is just from the older generation passing down something, and then every time something is passed down, it's not the original way it was given. So by the time it gets to these younger generations, it's just all scrambled. So they don't have no real respect for nobody because they're not being taught correctly. So let's be game changers and reverse the game. So love keep no record of wrongs. Let's keep it pushing. This will wrap it up for this week. I'll holler at y'all next time. So keep your head up, stay strong, keep on jumping over them hurdles because you got the strength to do it. Y'all stay blessed, and I'll holler at y'all later.